grade 4s. Today we are discussing line symmetry, and that's on page 122 to 124 of your textbook. Now, symmetry means that a specific shape or object looks exactly the same on the one side than it does on the other side. It's not exactly the same, it's a reflection of the other side. So it's the same size and shape, but it's the mirror image of the side that you're looking at. Let me explain. If I have a butterfly, let's draw the butterfly here. Okay. You can see that this side of the butterfly looks the same as that side. If this side had a heart and this side had a circle, it's not a symmetrical shape because the one side doesn't look the same as the other side. But if I had a heart there, then it is the same on the one side than the other side. And how you can test it is you can take a mirror, let's pretend this is a mirror, and you can put it in the middle of the picture like that and look at the reflection on the mirror over there. Then it should look the same as that side. Okay, so if I had to draw this half of the butterfly, again, it would look like this. Okay, that's the one half. So that would be a replica of that side. But we are looking at this side now, which is not like that. It's the mirror. So if I had, if this feeler went to the left on this side, then it will go to the right on that side. That's what I mean by it's the mirror reflection or the mirror view of it. Okay, so let's look at these shapes. Let's look at the heart, for example. I cannot divide it in half like that because then the top half does not look the same as the bottom half. The top half has these two almost half circles and the bottom has this part that looks almost like a triangle or a funnel. So to divide this heart in half so that the one side looks the same as the other side, I would have to draw the line there. Then this side looks the same as that side. And this line that we draw is called the line of symmetry. Now, not all shapes and objects are symmetrical. Sometimes they look different. If I have a pen, for example, let's say my pen looks like this and it has a big thing at the back and a pointy thing there. I cannot divide it in half and say that it looks the same on the one side than the other side. And unless this part is symmetrical, then I can maybe divide it like that. But the point is, not all shapes are symmetrical. If I look at a jug, for example, with a handle, I cannot divide it in half like that because this side doesn't have a handle. I also can't divide it in half like that because this part is missing at the bottom there. So that is an example of an object that is not symmetrical. Now, if we look at these squares at the top, I want to show you that some shapes are symmetrical in more than one way. You can draw the line of symmetry in different ways. So if I draw a line in the middle here, the top half and the bottom half look the same. But if I draw the line down like that, oopsie, not so skew, just use a ruler when you do it, then left looks the same as right. If I draw it diagonally like that, this side looks the same as that side. Diagonally like that, this side looks the same as that side. So a square, for example, can have 4 lines of symmetry. Let me draw all of them in here. There we go. So if you take a piece of paper and you fold it in half, you can fold it in many different ways and still have the same size and shape on the one side than you do on the other. If we look at this triangle, I cannot divide it in half that way. Then I have a small part at the top and a big part at the bottom. So I have to draw my line that way. If I look at this vase here or flower pot, I can't draw it that way because the top will look different from the bottom. The top has a narrow neck, the bottom has a fat part. So I have to draw it that way. Then my one side looks the same as the other. Sometimes it's a little bit more tricky, like this flower over here. If I draw the line that way, I can count the petals. Here I have 2 full petals and a half petal and a half petal. At the top though, I have 3 full petals and a half and a half. So they don't look exactly the same. I have to rather draw my line that way. Then I have a half, 1, 2, 3 full ones. At the other side, a half and 1, 2, 3 full petals. Now when we do symmetry, I can sometimes ask you a question like this one, where it's a bunch of blocks and there's a line in the middle, that's the line of symmetry, and there's the same amount of blocks on the one side than the other side. You can look here, there's 4 blocks this side and 4 blocks that side, 3 blocks down and 3 blocks down. Now I tell you that I want the other half of this symmetrical pattern. So I've given you the pattern on the one side and you have to draw the other side. But the important thing to remember is I'm asking you to draw the symmetrical view, and that means the mirror image. So a mistake that a lot of kids make is they'll look over there and see, oh, that's top left, that's colored in, so let me color in top left. But that's not right, because I'm not drawing the exact same thing over, I'm drawing the mirror image or the reflection. So if it's top left on that side, it must be top right on this side. If this block is next to the line on the left, then it must also be next to the line on the right. And this one is 1 down and 1 to the left from that one. So this one's going to be 1 down and 1 to the right. Okay, so we don't swap around top and bottom, but we do swap around right and left. So this one is top left, then this one will be top right. And now the green blocks are the mirror, it's the mirror image of the red blocks over there. I hope that makes sense, guys. Have fun with today's activity and I'll see you soon. Bye.